Hi there everyone, this is Kristy, aka Veggie Beauty, and this is the introduction to our new collab channel, The Cruelty Free Beauty. And we're just doing a little questionnaire that I found on can you fake any accents? Um, I actually kind of can, like I usually have to have something that I'm reading or memorizing to do it. So I'll do a British accent. What sets mammals apart from all other animals is their long period of childhood and the care lavished on the young at the time by their parents. Oh, we're talking about the raccoon here. Mammalian young are not ready to face the world alone a few hours after birth. As young snakes are, they need care and protection to survive. Okay, that's my British. And then, Russian, let me see. In the ability to move from one place to another, mammals are by far the most efficient, versatile group of terrestrial vertebrates. They are not only preeminent on land in this respect, but have also invaded the air and re-invaded the water. Have any hidden talents? And I guess I can stand on my head if that's something. I haven't done that in a long time, but I'm sure I could do it again. Name 2 things you consider yourself to be very good at. I am good at painting. I was kind of unlucky. I didn't realize that painting was my true passion until I was a junior in art school. I mean, I go to a regular college, but yeah. I had a bad experience in one of my early fundamental painting classes, so it kind of turned me off painting. The teacher was kind of crazy. Like, I don't know, I think he was high on something constantly, and he would never give me a straight answer. Like, I would ask him, what are these paints for? What are these mixing mediums used for? What should I do? Like, what kind of brand should I get? And he would just say, whatever ones you want, whatever works with what you want to do. And he would just look at me with these weird, crazy eyes. I mean, if you've ever been an art student, you have to deal with the craziest freaking professors ever sometimes. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, they're on another planet entirely. So, yeah, that turned me off. I think I dropped out of that class, actually. I just couldn't take it. I couldn't take the bull crap. And so I found my passion for it when I took a class my junior year with this amazing professor. She's such a great artist. She shows in New York, and I love her approach to teaching. She brings out the best in all of her students. She doesn't expect you to paint a certain style. She brings out your style, which is awesome. I really respect her. Her name's Kristy, so if you want to look her up online, she's got some really awesome work. So yeah, I'm good at painting, and I'm pretty good at singing. I was in vocal all-state in high school. I ranged anywhere from soprano to alto to I don't sing as much anymore just because I'm trying to focus my energy into something I can make a living at. I'm not saying art is much better, but I think you have a better chance at making a living at art than you do at making a living as a vocalist. So, yeah. And I'm just not as interested in it anymore either. So, 2 things I'm very bad at. I'm very bad at Spanish. I was pretty much made crystal clear aware of this these last 2 semesters. I don't know what it is. Like, I have respect for people that can learn foreign languages. I think it is one of the most difficult things you can do late in your life. So yeah, definitely Spanish is really something I'm really not good at. But I think I got a passing grade, so here's hoping. I took my final today, so I'm all done with it. As long as I got a C-, I'll have my credit, and all I need is math to graduate, which is the number 2 thing I'm bad at, is math. I'm horrible at math. That's why I've been putting off these classes, because I'm just so bad at it. I'm going to try to take it with a community college. I think that will be a little bit easier. So here's hoping. That is like the last thing I need to get done, and then I will be graduated from my university. So I'll have my BA in studio art, and I can't wait. The next question asks if I have any siblings. Yes, I have 2 siblings. One is a half-sister from my dad's first marriage. Her name's Jenny. She likes to ride horses. She likes animals and dogs, and she has a son that's a senior in high school. So yeah, our family age range is quite interesting. I'm 25, and I believe she is like 38 or something. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. My other sister lives in New York. She is a trumpet player. She also works at the YMCA as a lifeguard. She loves kids a whole bunch. Let's see. She loves to bake, and she's really religious, and I love her very much. I miss her. It's really hard to see her because it's expensive to travel from Iowa to New York. I don't know when I'll ever get the money to do that, and she's only able to come home like maybe once or twice a year. Name one thing not many people know about you. I guess sometimes I come off appearing stuck up or something in a social situation, and then people rush to judgment about me. What it really is that I'm really shy and socially awkward a lot of the times. If I don't feel comfortable, or if it's like a large group of people, sometimes I get a little overwhelmed and I get anxiety. So I think a lot of people interpret that as me being stuck up or not wanting to be social, but I really do, and I do work on it. I make myself go do uncomfortable things. I put myself in uncomfortable situations just so that I can, get over that. My favorite musical group in junior high, probably Hanson, I'd have to say. Like, bop, doop da ba doo bop, doo da ba doo bop, doop da ba doo. Yeah, I still know it. I still like them sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. They're fun. And I really liked the Beatles. My mom always listened to them growing up, so they were like constantly in my life and were always one of my favorite bands growing up. When you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? I wanted to be a nurse, I think, something like that. Nurse or a veterinarian. I didn't have it in me to put an animal to sleep. So that's why I decided I didn't want to do that. Worst roommate you have ever had? Oh my god, I have some horror stories. My first year of college, I was a freshman in college. My roommate was a year older than me, so she knew the ropes and everything. She didn't bother to get to know me or try to be my friend. She already had her friends down the hall. For some reason, she didn't room with one of them. She just did like the random roommate thing, which is what you do if you're first starting out at a college, like when you're a freshman and you don't know anyone. So yeah, we were roommates, and she didn't like me. It was very obvious. I didn't really like her. She was like a stuck-up sorority bitch. I mean, pardon my expression. All she did was party. I don't know when she studied. She'd come home. She'd come down the hallway drunk, laughing with her friends. She'd crash into the bedroom. She'd wake me up at like 3 in the morning. Her boyfriend was annoying, and then she would sit there and like talk about me with her friends down the hallway, and I heard her and I called her on it. I'm like, it's fine if you have a problem with me, talk to me to my face about it. So yeah, I was already unhappy and scared in a new college, and she made it worse for me. So that was definitely a really horrible experience. And the next year, needless to say, I roomed by myself. What is your worst dating experience? Oh my, okay. I'm going to admit it. I did the online dating thing once. It was awful. We talked for months. I thought we really liked each other and that we knew each other, and like we even said that we loved each other and all of this stuff. And oh my god, I don't know what I was thinking. We met up. It was really awkward, extremely awkward. Pretty much just, never called me after that, never talked to me. Well, he did, but he came up with all these excuses of why we couldn't meet up again, and then, get this, he emails me after I've been dating my current husband for about a year saying, oh, it was the worst mistake in my life to ignore you. I don't know. It was the worst mistake in my life to lose you. In another reality, we would have been so happy together. I don't know what I was thinking. I just gotten over a bad breakup. I kind of gave up on men at that point, and I was like, oh, this guy sounds nice. He's online. He's safe. He's a safe bet. I can't really get hurt. If I don't like him, I can just not talk to him ever again. But I don't recommend online dating. If you do it, make sure that they live in your state. He lived in Minnesota, I lived in Iowa, so no, it was really bad. And if I had it to do over again, I definitely would not have wasted all that time. If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Um, Superpower. Probably, okay, like in Harry Potter when Hermione could freeze time and then she could do all of her homework and everything like that and still have time to do everything else. Like that would be amazing. I could get so much crap done and, would my whole day wouldn't be gone. Who's the most important person in your life? My husband, Kieran Sean, he doesn't like to be called Kieran. He yells at me when I call him that. He likes to be called Carrie, but then I make fun of him that that's a girl's name, and, I like to call him Kieran, though. And he's the most important person in my life because he's always been there for me. He's funny. He's really sweet. Yeah, he has ADD and it gets really frustrating sometimes. But overall, his heart is pure and his intentions are good. And I'm really lucky that I married him and I don't regret it, even though he doesn't understand the concept of picking up after himself. What are you passionate about? I'm very passionate about animal rights, as you can tell. I started being a vegetarian about 3 to 4 years ago, I think. Actually, my husband was the one that got me interested in it. I used to be interested in it back in the day, but I still lived with my parents, and they were big meat eaters. And I think I got interested in it when I watched, I think it was Babe or no, it was a movie called Gordy, and his parents or his mom and his brothers and sisters were getting sent to this packing plant, and he was like trying to find them, and I started bawling, and I'm like, Mom, is that the bacon we eat? And she was like, yeah, so they're just animals. And I'm like, that's exactly it, they're animals, they have feelings. And Charlotte's Web did that to me too. Yeah, animal rights is something I'm very passionate about. Who is the person you respect the most and why? Probably my mother. She's a really strong person. She's been through a lot of crap in her life. A really hard divorce, and she's come out on the other side. She's remarried, and she's a strong person, and she's always got my back, and she's always been there for me. So what outdoor activities do you like to do? I do like to go camping. I find it's hard to get people to want to go with me, though. And I don't have a tent right now, so that makes it harder. I love swimming. I could swim every day. Your house is on fire and you could grab only 3 things before leaving. What would they be? Cats, for sure. But I guess I wouldn't consider them things. I don't know. Probably my purse because it has all my identification in it and my money and my phone and like a wedding ring probably. I don't know, something sentimental like that. Which is your most favorite place on this earth? I really like Potato Lake up in Minnesota. That's where my husband's family goes every year, and I've been able to go the last 3 years, I think, and I love it. The cabin overlooks the lake. You hear all the beautiful crickets and the loons and the water. Do you believe in extraterrestrials or life on other planets? I think there's the possibility. I mean, this is a huge universe. I don't see why. I think it'd be kind of weird not to think there might be something else. Do you believe in ghosts? I believe in like the residual energy left behind by a spirit. Do you have any phobias? I'm claustrophobic. I hate when people ignore my personal space and get like right up in my face. What do you think is the greatest invention in your lifetime and why? The personal computer. I love the internet. I'm a geek. What do you think the secret to a good life is? Balance. Finding a balance between doing things you like and doing things you have to do. If you could live anywhere in this world, where would you live? Anywhere where my husband could get a good job and there's a really creative art community that would be accepting of my work. What is your goal in life? Do you think you will achieve it? My goal in life, I really would like to be a stay-at-home mom, but I have business aspirations. I really want to have my own business. I'm already kind of doing that with my Rogue accessories stuff, like my hand-painted shoes and purses. I want to be able to make a living off my creativity. What is the craziest thing you've ever done? crazy. The craziest thing I ever did was, you know, do the online dating thing and then drive like 2 hours to like a halfway point to meet up this guy that I never met in my life by myself. That was a really crazy thing. I shouldn't have done that. I look forward to watching all of your intros, everyone, and this is going to be such a fun channel.